conference. So from my side, a very good evening. We are very, very excited because we just come out from a weekend with a great BBS in George, out from a great BBS also here in Cape Town. We didn't have enough seats for the people to sit down. It was an absolutely amazing, amazing atmosphere. And I'm incredibly proud tonight, actually, that we have a couple of brand new senior consultants on the call. Only 2 we got tonight for the interview, but I give you my word already, we will have more of these interviews in the future. So why is it important to listen tonight? And I'm quite impressed. We even have Canada, all the way from Canada, March on the call. We have Lillian from Germany on the call. We have from all over the country people now on the call. Basically, this is the basics from our business. When you know how to achieve 500 ppv in a month and using the formula 15-10-5-1, then it's basically your system is set and you just want to learn how to teach somebody else to do exactly the same. So this is why our Member and Success and Supervisor Success Academy is very, very important tonight. So I really highly recommend take good notes. So tonight is about how do you qualify senior consultant the right way for your 35%. But obviously it's only the beginning. It's not the end. It's the first month to qualify for our NutriBullet promotion. It's the start for the supervisor qualification and for the leadership development qualification. And I'm so excited because we have 2 brand new senior consultants this evening. Interview is well prepared, but there will be also the possibility for you later on to ask questions. Before I want to welcome now our brand new qualified senior consultants who are ready for the interview, I also want to congratulate Yolanda Moss here being on the call. I just see her now, also brand new senior consultant. So I appreciate, Yolanda, you did it already, but you want to learn more because you want to do your 2nd, your 3rd month, you want to learn how to teach others. This is exactly the right attitude. So over now to our brand new qualified senior consultants, Adelaide Davy and Celeste Peters. We will learn about their story in the background just in a minute. The man who does the interview is well known and well respected in the meantime in Herbalife. He just jumped into, really literally jumped into our lives and just took our heart by storm. He's very passionate about health and nutrition, extremely passionate about Herbalife. And he lives a healthy, active lifestyle. You know him, you see him often on the bicycle. He really shapes himself more and more up because he wants to be more and more a product of the product. He knows getting the product result means also part of his success. He's extremely successful. In a very short time, less than a year, he qualified to the level of a world team, on his way, well on his way to the active world team, and he does anything what is possible. He works long shifts, but even there in between, all the time available to make really things happening because he has big goals with Herbalife for himself, but also for his team. And he knows when he helps his team to become successful, when he helps everybody to become successful. So he's not just working with his team, he's well respected in the Herbalife world already because he works together with everybody. So over at this stage, it's not about him, but he deserves the recognition. Over to International World Team, Hasim Nustadeen, for interviewing now our brand new senior consultants, Adelaide Davy and Celeste Peterson.
Yay!
Good evening. This evening. Thank you, Pia, for that amazing, beautiful introduction. Can everybody hear me?
Louder, please, or
yes, come through a bit.
Microphone, please, Hasim.
Can you hear me now, Pia?
Perfect.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
So before we start, I just want to tell you guys what an honor. And our first speaker I'm going to introduce her. She's been with us for almost 7 months, and I've always wanted to introduce her to the business side of things. She was always too busy. She always said this is not for her. And I just invited her to the HOMs and the BBS, and she was always too busy to come. But I'm not going to take anything away from her. I let her speak for herself. She is actually not just a singer. She's a full-time mom. Her husband is a pastor. They run their own church. She's a full-time career lady. Without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my friend Celeste Peterson. Celeste, you on?
Yay!
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, great. Ew, the picture.
I can.
Okay, so like Asim was saying, my name is Celeste Peterson. And you would have already heard him say that I was quite a busy lady. I'm still quite a busy lady, so my background really speaks to I am a full career woman. I have a day job in learning and development. I'm a trainer, so I'm busy all the time. I'm a part-time singer. Yes, I have a band that does events. My husband's a pastor, so we pastor our own church. And I'm a full-time mom. My daughter's 6 years old, so she's quite busy. So yeah, that's me. That's my background. And then many people are asking me how I still find time to do this. But I was introduced to Herbalife by a colleague of mine at work, in fact. And I think I started on the product simply because I've tried everything else before. So I was at the point where I just said, yes, let's see how this one works. I think I just went at the whim. Quite skeptical at first when I started the product. I had heard things, heard stigmas and all of that, but I said yes. And I actually started on a 3-day weight loss plan with her. Yeah, so that's how I got started.
Okay, so Celeste, it is coming a bit very...
I'm listening.
So just tell us about your product result. What's your product result look like?
So my product result...
What's your product result? What's your result on the product?
So you guys can see the picture, what I looked like before, quite heavy. And I was never ever happy with my body. I'm quite a shorty. I'm very short. So for me to look like that I wasn't happy with my body. When I started on the 3-day trial, I actually lost already 2 kgs during that 3 days. And that alarm bells went off to say that something is happening here. So I felt the difference almost immediately. I felt more energized. And that's what made the decision to continue using the product. And so almost 7 months later, and I'm 28 kilograms lighter, I cannot believe my product results. My energy levels are completely through the roof. I feel so healthy. I feel strong. I'm doing things that I've never done before in my life. So I think I don't generally become members or a member of things, but I think the product proved itself to me. And that's why I became a member of Herbalife.
Okay, wow. It's an amazing product result there. 28 kilos is not a joke. So wow, congratulations on that. So how many clients do you actually have?
So at the moment, I have 9 clients that are using the product full time. They all started on the breakfast trial with me. And I think that was a great way for them to actually just get an introduction to the product. I generally just start everyone on the breakfast trial because there's a lot of skeptics out there. And when they ask me, or when they see my pictures, they're all kind of in awe and they ask how I did it. And that's generally my answer, is that I have the best, most nutritious breakfast every single day. And I want them to try it as well. So they're quite keen to just jump onto the breakfast challenge. And now I have 9 of them that are using the product full time.
So just off the top of your head, how many trial packs did you send out last month?
Last month I sent out 16 trial packs.
In your first month, wow. So
Yes.
tell me, do you know your personal purchase volume points last month?
For last month, my volume
Points
points
of
came
last
to,
month?
for last month, it was 544.2.
Wow, amazing.
Yep.
And do you know your volume this month so far? I'm listening.
Yeah, this month, well, to date for this month, it's on 106.7. I was probably going to make a shift by tomorrow.
Wow, you're on fire, eh? That early in the month.
Yes.
I must say, you're doing good. So tell me, do you know how much you've earned last month? Do you know how much profit you made last month?
Last month's profit was around 1,682, I think. Yeah, that was last month.
Oh, that's amazing. That's good. So another question that I have is, what is your goals?
So my goals have changed since I became a member. I think I didn't forecast this to get this big. And I think that if I look at it now, it's not even as big as it can get. So right now, my goals is really to work towards supervisor level. And I want to work towards sticking to the plan of the 15-10-5-1, because that really works. It works so well. I think also wearing the brand more, that's really a goal of mine. It's difficult in the areas that I find myself in sometimes. So I'm trying every alternative just to wear the brand. I'm wearing my bag everywhere. I'm plucking the badge somewhere because it's so powerful. The brand has immense, immense power. And people just, that whole caption of ask me how, people just latch onto it so quickly. And it's so easy to answer that question. You just answer with your own experience and people just keep attaching themselves to you. So that's really my goal, is just to work on sticking to the plan, and working towards supervisor is definitely where I want to see myself now very soon.
That sounds awesome. So another question is, how did you get your customers last month?
So at the BBS on Saturday, I explained that my main method is social media. I think because I'm so busy, it's quite a powerful channel for me to use. And also because I generally have a following around every other thing that I do in my life. So I have a lot of contacts, and I take advantage of that. I use my social media quite often. Instagram, Facebook, I even use my WhatsApp status. It's amazing how people have latched onto my WhatsApp status. So the social media works for me, and not really by advertising the brand itself, but people see my story, people watch my journey. I absolutely love my shake, and I can't keep that a secret. So people are constantly like commenting and wanting to know why I love it so much. So that gives me an opening really just to share my experience.
Okay, I'm going to be a bit forward right now. So we're just going to go back to your goals quickly. So you said something interesting to me. You said that you see yourself becoming a supervisor very soon. Is there a timeline? Can you attach a timeline to that perhaps?
You're very forward, yes. So, look, I've given myself 2 months. I think I could do it in a month and a half. But I've given myself 2 months.
Okay. We'll have to sit with your plan, definitely. So, so which Herbalife meetings do you attend regularly and why?
Yeah, that's quite an interesting question. I've always seen, I've seen you post things around the HOMs that's happening in the areas. And I've always sort of wondered, like, why is there nothing that's close? And how can I get to those meetings? So I attended the last 2 BBS days that we had. And that was really awesome. That was impactful for me. So I have those dates in my calendar all the time. And then also I shared with Beyond today, I tried to log on to any and every webinar that there is, so that I can just keep up to date, whether it's training, whether it's interviewing, whether it's an HOM, I want to be able to keep up to date with those things. And it's really convenient for me because transport is not always at hand. So if I can log on online, that really works for me.
Okay, wow, perfect. So just another question. So what do you say? So how do you approach people? What do you say to them? Give us an example. So when somebody asks you how, or they ask you the magic question, what do you do? What do you say? You know, like all of us are so experienced like you are, you know, in the methods of speaking to people.
Yeah, so contrary to popular belief, I actually don't like speaking to people. But this has changed things because people are asking questions and people latch themselves onto you so quickly because they're following your journey. So generally when people ask me how, I answer them truthfully and I say to them, I just speak about my amazing breakfast that I have every day. And it's been quite fun at work because when I'm at work, I always have a mini shaker in my bag. And I always have like an extra storage cup of shake mix or tea or something. So I've started sampling the product like crazy at work. People approach me and immediately I just pop out my shaker. So it's amazing that I can just answer them with reality, with what I'm facing every day. They see me have breakfast, they see me have lunch. So I speak about what I'm eating and I invite them to join me.
Wow. Oh, great. So, Celeste, here comes a big question. So how do you manage with being a mother, being a wife, being a pastor's wife, and you know that you're seeing career, taking care of the family, the supervising. So how do you manage? Share with us.
It's really crazy. I wish I can tell you that I have some sort of magic formula as to how it works, but I think it's because I'm so passionate about the business now. I'm really passionate about where I want to be in this business. So I'm making the time and I'm managing it. And I'm really getting creative about how I use the channels available so that I can make things convenient for me. My family is very, very important to me. So my family comes first. And I always try to just work around them. I work around them in terms of what channels I use. That's why I tend to use a lot of online channels. I always use like the fact that my breakfast challenges are running over mobile phone. It really works for me because I don't have to then drop any balls around me. I can still pick up on the business side of things. So yeah, that's basically how I'm managing time.
So, as a new member, what are the special what are the special tips you can give us, especially for the new people that's on the line?
So, for any new member, I think the first thing that I would always say to anyone using this product is you need to just love it. You need to love your shake. You need to love the product and just love it. And not be ashamed of it at all. I mean, I've had some people on my challenges that were sometimes upfront. They were a bit shy to almost post a picture or all those kind of things. But once they started loving the product, they just became so confident with it. So I would say to any member, just love your shake first. That's the first key. And then the other thing, number two, I'd say, if you really want to get somewhere in this business, don't sell what you're doing, sell why you are doing it. Because people buy into the why more than they'll buy into what you're doing. If you start sharing your real experiences, people buy into that so quickly, and they'll buy into you first before they buy the product. So really just share why you're doing the business. And then the last thing I would say to any new member is just keep at it, like be consistent. Let this become part of who you are, so that people can just get rid of the stigma that this is a diet. It's not a diet at all. It becomes who you are. It's a lifestyle, and people need to see that that's doable. People need to see that there's no magic potions in the products. It's simply part of who you are.
Wow. So, how does it feel to be qualified for your first recognition with us?
it feels amazing. On Saturday, I was so super psyched. All the pinning and all that stuff was really awesome. It was so cool. And it was just another, I think it was just another step for me to say, you know what, this ladder is not done. You're going to climb so much higher. So it just gave me another oomph, gave me a lot of boost. I felt really excited.
Okay, wow. So I think I'm going to conclude with my last question. So you said you want to become supervisor in 2 months. Okay, so how many clients and how many members do you see yourself helping yourself achieve this, your next goal?
So I think I'm somebody that works in baby steps, and my baby steps tend to let me leap a little bit higher. So my first goal right now, my short-term goal is really just to start gaining members and to start building a team. I think I've pinpointed those individuals already, and Saturday's BBS was the absolute best channel for them to be at. It planted so many seeds that we're kind of like watering right now. So I'm really excited for that. That's my short-term goal, is to gain my members now and just to start to build an awesome team. And from there, I think the sky's the limit from there.
Perfect. Nice. So Celeste, we want to thank you for your participation. I mean, what I've got out of this was only nothing short of awesome. So now we go on to our next caller, Adelaide. Adelaide, yeah. Yeah, is it possible you can phone Adelaide and we can get her on the call like that?
I do that.
Thanks, Bia. You such a
We have
star.
7 minutes left now.
So yeah, so we'll yeah, no problem, Bia. So while Bia's getting Adelaide on the line, I just speaking to you about your supervisor, Celeste. This is for everybody else out there. You know, I remember buy an LDW ticket. I had no idea what she was talking about, but she explained to me what the LDW was, and I just became senior consultant. And it was like I still had a mile to go to do my supervisor. But the funny thing is that LDW was like 3 months from when I qualified, and I was needed to be supervised to go to the LDW. She said, "Buy a ticket," but she looked at me and she said, "If you want to go, buy it. If you don't want to go, don't buy it."
Are you ready for us?
Okay. I'll continue my story again.
No problem. I take you on the phone now, so I just put you on loudspeaker. Hasim will start now already to introduce you to the family, okay? Hasim, you get started.
Okay, thank you, Bia. So our next speaker, as you heard, her name is Adelaide. Very vibrant school teacher, very, very, very active with what she's doing. I'm not going to take anything away from her. Guys, please help me welcome my favorite sister, my favorite lady, Adelaide Davey. Adelaide, introduce your name, background, everything.
We can hear you, Adelaide. Welcome.
Thank you, Bea.
So Adelaide, tell us your story.
I think I can hardly hear you, but tell my story.
Yes, please.
I'll do that. Hi guys, I'm Adelaide. I'm from Mitchell's Plain. I've been on the journey for a month and 2 weeks, and I'm proud to say I've lost 9 kilos. Last month I made my 500 points, and that's how I'm on 227. I'm very, very excited. Basically what I do is I post on Facebook and I tell my friends on WhatsApp, and because of my profile pic and everything, everyone just gets excited. Yeah, I wear my button all the time, so people walk up to me and they would ask me, so why are you not tired? Tell us, why do you have so much energy? And all that I can say is, some guys, it's my trick and my teeth. I'll give you guys an intro, and that is how it starts.
Wow. So Adelaide, you said you shared your points with us. So, and how much points you had last month and this month already. Tell me, do you know how much profit you made last month?
Sorry, asking what you're saying?
How much profit did you make last month?
Do you know how much profit?
Last month's profit was between 1,500 and 1,600. I didn't keep proper record, but I see it is important to keep proper record. And thus far, I'm on 900 Rand already. So I love my 35% discount, and I just want to climb the ladder as soon as I can to get more, and to help more people.
Okay, wow, that's amazing. Tell me, so we have little time left, Adelaide. So what are your goals?
My goal thus far is to at least lose about 50 kilos by December, and to motivate more people, and yeah, just to promote Herbalife as far as I can go.
Okay, wow. So Adelaide, how did you get your customers last month? How did you get your customers?
Yeah, James is breaking up.
How did you get your customers?
My customers are basically got via Facebook and WhatsApp. I send each of my WhatsApp contacts a voice note telling them what I'm using, what I'm on, and that's how they're just contacting me.
Could you give us an example what exactly you did on WhatsApp, or what you exactly post on Facebook?
Okay, when I started with Facebook, I didn't put a picture because I was only on it for a month, and I still had to wait. So I was just selling my things and family basically. I've lost about 5 kilos at that time, and I've been using a shake and tea, and everyone wanted to know, and that is how it started. When I give a voice note on WhatsApp, I also just said, hi, I'm Adelaide. I've got this amazing product, a tea and a shake. You guys want to try it? I organized some shake parties, and that is how it's been going.
Beautiful.
So Adelaide, thank you so much. So now here comes the question. I know for a fact you're a full-time class teacher, you have a full-time wife, you love your kids, you're a rugby mom, you love the business. How do you manage all of this?
Because I'm an owner of Educare Center, and my children is after school with my children is very important to me. So my mornings, I just network, and in the afternoon when they come, I'm ready for them. So.
Okay. So another question, how did it feel being recognized for your first time?
It feels amazing. I didn't expect that, but I love what happened on Saturday. So I'm aiming for my next goal to be even more excited than what I am right now. I just can't stop talking about it.
Okay, I remember sitting with you and you said your next goal is definitely when it becomes supervisor as soon as possible. So do you have a timeline for yourself and how many clients and how many members you're going to have to achieve that?
I basically didn't work out the members and the clients, but before July, I want to be supervisor. So I'm reaching for the stars, and I know and I believe I can do it. So
basically, you and Celeste are telling me you are going with me to the LDW in July. That's what you guys are telling me.
You can book my ticket. I'm going.
So ladies, I just want to thank you guys for an amazing interview. You guys were so insightful with how you do your things and and trust me, I can do it now. I'm going to do it. So I really want to thank you guys, not just for how you're doing it, but for the energy that you guys are bringing, the passion you have for this amazing company and our amazing products. Don't ever lose that. Really, I want to thank you guys for this. I want to thank you, Bia, also. But before we go on, guys, we have our next BBS coming up on the 3rd of June. And I don't know if you realize how important the BBS is. If I look at Celeste, I've been trying to get Celeste on board for 7 months and I couldn't get her on board. I invited her to so many meetings. She was never interested until she walked into the BBS and saw the real picture. She actually saw BBS, guys, is going to be amazing. We have an amazing speaker. Her name is Nombasa. I actually had the privilege of sitting in the training, a very young lady, a mover and a shaker. You must listen to her story. Her story is nothing short from amazing. She was a very young girl. She comes from a poor family, and she realized that she couldn't go study. And she worked at the garage. She worked at a restaurant. She was a street vendor. And you know what? Was shy because she was embarrassed, and then they had to give her a tip for helping them. She really felt embarrassed. When she was walking on the street as a street vendor, when she saw her friend, she was hiding, and then the opportunity got her, and then she realized, yes, she had an opportunity to make a difference, not just only in her own life. She's a single mother, and she needed to make a difference for a child and herself. She made active world team in 9 months. I'm telling you, she came from nothing and she just showed everybody what is possible. But the thing that really stood out to me about Nombasa was that she wanted to buy a house and the bank said she's not earning enough money. Then the bank said if she can come up with 100,000 rand deposit, they'll be able to help her. She told the bank, give me 3 months. You must remember Nombasa has no formal training, she has no schooling, she only knows Herbalife, and she's so passionate about our product and what we do. In 3 months, she went back to the bank, 100,000 and put it down, and guess what? She got a house. And she's going to share her amazing journey and her amazing story at the BBS. And guys, I know we're out of time, so I'll just ask you for 1 more minute before I hand you over to my amazing mother. Another big event that's coming up, it's end of July, is the LDW. Guys, those of you that has not attended one yet, and those of you that's just senior consultant, like I said, I was sharing my story earlier, I just became a member, just became a senior consultant, and Bea told me, go to LDW. I had no idea what it was. She explained to me, and I still didn't know what it was, actually. But she said one powerful thing to me. She said, if you want to go, buy your ticket. If you don't want to go, don't buy your ticket. Later, LDW, I can tell you this much. Very short and very sweet. The LDW boosted my business a year ahead of its time. The LDW gave me self-development that was so powerful that changed the way I think and how I look at things in life as Hasim. So you would think you will learn a lot about the business, but you learn a lot about yourself as well. And that's the key things for me. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to hand you over to my amazing, beautiful, just her birthday yesterday. I think she's 25, if I'm not mistaken. Guys, I'll hand you over to Bea.
Don't make me so old. I'm just 24 now. Wishful thinking. Thank you so much, guys. It was an awesome interview. If there are any questions, I would suggest just send us the questions on our team chat group to just be on time. We were promoting now the BBS in Cape Town, so all the other areas in South Africa, don't get jealous now on Cape Town. You have actually the awesome opportunity. There are BBSs coming up now this month still in Joburg, in East London, in Queenstown, in Durban, in Pretoria. So you rather find out in your region, Polokwane, wherever you are in your region, which is the closest BBS, and just get yourself there, because at every BBS we have at the moment incredible leaders where you can learn to move your business forward and really get inspired, but also get your clients inspired. Celeste, Adelaide, congratulations to your awesome achievement, and thank you very much for sharing everything. Again, also congratulations to Yolanda, who is at the moment on the call, also achieved her first month senior consultant. I can tell you already next Monday, we're gonna have somebody on the call who also has achieved her senior consultant, actually 2 people. They are straight on the move at the moment also to get their second month already done. Then we have somebody on the call who has achieved the NutriBullet last month. So we also have this on the call to learn how can we have 3 consecutive months, 500 ppv and even more, and starting to build a team. And then already for the 22nd of May, I can tell you, we have a personal development session, which is called How Can You Turn a Crisis into Opportunity? But more about that Monday by Monday. So just stay tuned in and let's have fun while we are helping other people to have a healthy, active lifestyle. Thank you so, so much. Have an awesome evening. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Well done, everybody. Bye. Bye, Yolanda. Woo.
Bye, Bia.
Bye. Well done, Adelaide.
Thank you very much.
You were awesome.